Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. When you come on, say hello. Want to welcome you from Barbara Stampat on this sunny Sunday afternoon from San Antonio, Texas. Hello, Shannon. Hello, Pat. Welcome, ladies. If y'all hear rustling to the left of me, thank you for sharing, Pat. Hey, Jackie. Hi, Corin. That would be kittens that are on the loose today. So let's hope that I don't get interrupted. Whoa. More than likely, I'm going to get interrupted. Well, hello, Vicky. Welcome. I hadn't seen your name in chat before, so welcome. All right. So as people are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and get started with some announcements, our normal announcements. If you are watching the replay, you can certainly fast forward through all of the announcements if you want to get straight to the demonstrations. So let's get some things out of the way. So whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, welcome. And if you're watching from YouTube, in that bottom right-hand corner, there is a kitty cat holding a red subscribe sign. You can hover over that, subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your bell notifications. That way you know when I go live or I upload a video. Also, happy birthday. Let me turn this banner off here for a moment. Happy birthday if you are a July birthday baby. Don't forget, if you're on my email list, you can opt to redeem your birthday goodies from me. About 5 days before your birthday, you'll get an email from me with some birthday offers. So you can just add that to your little list of birthday goodies that you get from email, text messages. So that day you spend driving around town collecting all of your free ice cream cones, your free this, your free that, whatever. You can also redeem some free. Oh, I had this on my. Anyway, you can redeem your free birthday gifts from me as well. Also, don't forget, we have one more day for the current paper pumpkin kit, which is going to be fun in the sun. It's going to contain a kit to contain enough supplies to create 9 cards, 3 of each 3 designs with coordinating envelopes. Y'all know how cute our paper pumpkin kits can be. And now that we are getting into the holiday months, they're going to start getting cuter. So if you've not ever tried paper pumpkin and you want to give it a try, this is your opportunity, especially if you want to start with this month. This is going to contain an all occasion stamp set to support and encourage those you love. It'll have some pearlescent back sequins, a summertime ephemera pack, pre-cut die cuts, and your stamping spot will be Daffodil Delight. Now, those of you that are familiar with Paper Pumpkin, y'all know this is our monthly paper crafting subscription service. So everything is pre-designed, pre-die cut. In some cases, in all the cases, really, the bases are already pre-scored for you. Like Stampin' Up! Takes the guesswork out of the creativity and all of the color coordination, you name it. Everything gets delivered in a box to wherever you get your mail. And there are several ways you can subscribe. You know, monthly is the way to go, where you can pay as you go, cancel at any time. Kits are $23.50 a month, and that does include shipping. So if I'm going to suggest, if you start somewhere, you would start with a subscription. But you also have the opportunity to purchase prepaid codes that are available in 1, 3, 6, and 12-month subscriptions. And there's perks to being Paper Pumpkin subscribers. For those of you recently, a few days ago, and it was only for 2 days, Paper Pumpkin held a sale on past Paper Pumpkin kits and refill kits. And I took advantage of that because as a demonstrator, not only do we get the sale price of whatever's happening, but we also get our demonstrator discount on top of that. So that's a perk as well. And then those of you that are my Papers Pumpkin subscribers, you get your 4x6 coordinating cardstock kit cuts every single month. And that's just a thank you for being a subscriber. Now, what that is with each kit every month, there's a string of coordinating colors. And so my subscribers get 2 4x6 cardstock cuts of each one of those colors so that they can work on either alternative projects, or you can use them for anything else. It's just a freebie as a thank you for being one of my subscribers. Let me catch up on some comments before I get too far into this. Thank you for sharing, Corin. Hello, Paula. Hello, Marcia. I'm doing well, Marcia. Thank you. Vicky just had a birthday. Oh, well, happy belated birthday. Hello, Donna. And thank you for sharing, Shannon. For those of you that might not know, Shannon is one of my mods, and then also Beverly. I don't see her on here yet, but hopefully she will pop in. But if not, I hope she's doing okay this afternoon. But I have a couple of mods that will be watching my chat once I start demonstrating. So if you have any questions along the way about something that you see and you don't get a response back from me right away, let me take that off. They usually jump in and will answer it for me just to make sure that we don't overlook anything. Also, don't forget, this past 6th, on July 6th, our bonus days started. And basically, bonus days is for every $50 that you order. And who does not have a $50 order right now? I know at any given time, I can always order $50 worth of stuff. But for every $50 that you order, you get a $5 off coupon that you'll want to make sure when you check out online that you do have a valid email address. And then, because that's where your code is going to be mailed, your bonus code. So you want to save those emails, because in the month of August, you can redeem those on your next order. So you have the whole month of August. So don't lose those. Okay. And then when you go to redeem them, I would say the best way is to like copy and paste the codes, because it's like a string of letters and numbers, and it's just best to copy and paste. So we have bonus days going on right now. So let me put this other banner back up so I can tell you, you can maximize your order, because scrolling across your screen right now is the host code for the month of July. And with your order of $35 or more, you're going to get the free kit. And we're going to do a drawing shortly, so I'll show you the cards. The free kit for the first half of the month of July, using the Inked Botanicals, the Layering Leaf stamp set, and the Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper. You'll get that free kit, which is enough to contain enough supplies to make 2 of each of the cards that we made last week. And if you missed that video, you can just go back and watch the replay. I took the video out that I showed because YouTube, I knew that was going to happen. For those of you that might have clicked on the video, you might have gotten like a warning, like, I think I'm paraphrasing it, but it said something like, this content may contain inappropriate content. And I'm like, it's a crafting video. But it was because the fireworks video that I played. So they age restricted it. So if you go back and watch the replay and something doesn't seem quite right, where I say I'm about to show a video and then it skips to me laughing, it's because I just took the video out so they would unage restrict it, because it wasn't showing to everybody. And when it did show, it would put that warning up. So I just removed it. Anyway, but your order of $35 or more will get you that free class kit. But your order of $50 or more will also get you the class kit, the free coordinating accessory from me, and your $5 coupon from Stampin' Up. So hello, Lori Ann. And hello, Melinda from sunny and hot Florida. How hot is it over there? Because right now over here in San Antonio, it says 97, but generally it's like in the hundreds over here. I think I said hello, Donna. Just make sure I stay on top of some comments. Also, don't forget we have a fresh, take that off. We have a fresh set of online exclusives. There's some holiday stuff that's already ready out there. And don't forget online exclusives. You don't see those products in any of our catalogs because they're online exclusive. So if you see something on there, I highly suggest that you grab it before it's not there, or if it says like currently unavailable, that means it'll be back ordered. So if you're interested in something that says that and you're not sure when it'll be in stock, just reach out to me, because we have a way to see on our end, like down the road, what week or what month it'll be available in. Also, don't forget, if you are local to the San Antonio, Texas area, the annual gigantic scrapbook paper crafting sale is July 22nd. It's only 3 hours long, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There is a link in the event description because it is at the La Quinta Inn that's off Horizon Boulevard and I-10 here in San Antonio. So if you are looking for some great deals, there will be other vendors there as well. I will be there, but there will be other people there with their crafting, scrapbooking products as well, whether it's Creative Memories, Close to My Heart, Tim Holtz, and some other scrapbooking vendors as well. So come stop by, check us out. I'm going to have a lot of designer series paper with me, ribbons, accessories. I'm not taking everything because there's no possible way I could take all my retired stuff there, but I will be there. So if you have some few extra hours to spare, Saturday, July 22nd, the doors open at 9 a.m. and they close at 12 p.m. And that actually is a picture from one of the events in the past. So, yeah. All right, let's see. All right. I think I'm caught up on some comments. So welcome. Let's go ahead and get a drawing out of the way. Let me share my screen. And now that I said that, I'm pretty sure I have to log in. Yep, of course. All right, let's log in. If you watched last week's video and you liked it, you made a comment, or you shared it, let's do some shuffling. Your name is on this wheel, and I had to go back. That's why I try to highlight all the comments that I see, especially off YouTube, because for some reason the live chat replay is not available. And I don't know if it's because it was age restricted, and I don't know. I just don't know. So I had to go back. And so I pulled all of the names that I had highlighted throughout the video. That was the long way, but I wanted to make sure that I still gave you credit if you had made a comment from YouTube. So anyway, what are we giving away? I will show you when I get this pointed down, but my camera switched. But we're giving away the 3 cards that I made last week using well, it's the class kit basically. So good luck, everyone. Let's go ahead and music going to me. Paula. I got this down. Paula Bringman. Congratulations, Paula. Let me stop sharing. Congratulations. I want to say you've won before. I don't know. I've had a lot of new. Have you won before, Paula? You're welcome. Yes, congrats, Paula. I want to say I've sent something to you. If you haven't, and I haven't sent you something lately, just private message me your address. I can't remember. All right. I think we are ready to start. Yes, congratulations. So let me get this camera. Let me get this camera pointed down. Go. And also, just had that. Where did that go? Y'all, I've already lost stuff. You bought a piece. Okay, then I should have your address then. I'll go look for it, and if I don't have it, then I'll reach back out to you. So awesome. Thank you. I just had my tie back, you guys. And I'm like, what did I do with it? That way I can pull my hair back. But okay, so while I'm looking around, let me show you the cards that we made last week. These are the cards I made last week. So this is the class kit that you can earn for free with your online order of $35 or more using the layering leaves stamp set and inked botanical designer series paper. You can get this class kit through July the 15th. And then after that, we will have a complete new class kit to demonstrate. Oh, I found something. I could pull my hair back. I got to get my hair out of my face, y'all. So when I have my head pointed down, it's just going to be in my face. All right. Anyway, cute class kit. Loving the DSP. Also, my scrapbooking videos for the month of July will also be with that designer series paper, and I've already put my layout away for this month. It's not where I can just show you, reach it real quick, but so what we're going to be doing today, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and I can't tell you how many times I actually tried to do it and something just wasn't looking right. And so I decided to give it another try. But this time I wanted to take a very, very beautiful stamp set from our annual catalog, and it's called Artistically Inked. And Artistically Inked also has coordinating dies that go with it, some really, really nice floral dies, and then die cuts to these images that you see here. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. That's what these dies are for. And so I wanted to stamp on canvas. And these are literally, these are like the 5x7 kind that you can get from your Dollar General. I think I did get these from Dollar General. And I want to say they're in packs of 3 for like literally, y'all, $1. Like this one's still wrapped, but like 3 of them come to a package. And so these make some really, really super cute gifts. Somebody, Jess Thorpe, at my April retreat at the Crafty Chicks, she had a huge one that she had put designer series paper on and did some other stuff and then put Mod Podge over it. It was really nice. I should have asked her for a copy of that picture and see if she would share it here so y'all could see her creations. They were gorgeous. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to stamp on the canvas and then also add a few extra things to the stamped canvas. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. And it's very, very easy. Let me show y'all the finished product. I did, sorry about the glare there. I did put it in this extra grayish toned shadow box that I had. So you can kind of see. So you can make it as, you know, fluffy as you want, especially if you put it in a shadow box. I wouldn't put it in anything less than a shadow box because it would squish the bow and, you know, you don't get that whole depth effect. But we're going to be doing this today. Try to get that glare off. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and put that off to the side. And we are going to start with a fresh blank canvas. And let me bring this down a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Thank you, Lorianne. Shannon says, I love this paper. Just watched your layout video today. Yes, thank you. Hello, Cindy. Thank you, Corin. Thank you, ladies. All right, so where are we going to start? We are going to start. Let me show you some other pieces that I went ahead and I've already stamped and die cut. I did stamp and die cut a couple of these leafy images. I stamped them in Night and Navy. By the way, the supply list is on the event description that has the pictures of the finished product already and everything I used. And then I stamped a couple of these smaller leaf images in Night and Navy. I was toying with the color to stamp those in. So I went ahead and just used Night and Navy. There's several colors that I'm working with. Also, I went ahead and die cut this die cut, which that one's that one is the large die cut here on the top right-hand corner. That's that one. And I used this paper that I have never used before. I've had it for a while. This is one of the items that's an online exclusive, and it's called the Dry Brushed Metallic 12 by 12 specialty paper. And there are 4 sheets. You get 2 of each design. So you get this design. It's very thin. It's not it's not as thick as cardstock, but it's not as thin as like paper. But you've got this dry brushed with this gold and it says Cajun Craze, but I don't know. It kind of looks like Calypso Coral to me, but it says Cajun Craze. But the other one is and this one has some gold on it as well as some soft succulent. I know we don't have soft succulent anymore, but it still has it on there. And then that bluish tint. So it's had a little bluish tint to it. And so I chose to use that one because the tone of what I'm doing is kind of bluish. These can be any color. So you can die cut these out with any of our other shimmer papers. I just chose this one because it's kind of like two-toned. It's got a little bit of that gold in it, along with some of the colors that will blend with what I'm doing. And so what we're going to do is I am going to be using Misty Moonlight. I believe that's the first one I'm going to be using. And so let me get I got my chamois off to the side so I can clean my stamps. We're going to be starting with this large one. So let me clean it just so I know because I know I was using also Night and Navy with this as well. So what I'm going to do first is, because I want to make sure, I want to put these down first so I have a good idea of where I need to stamp the large flower. And I'm going to stamp them a little lower than what I did on my sample because I realized it was just a little bit low. Okay, so I want to kind of lay them out like that. So it gives me an example of where I need to stamp this. Now, I'm going to do the large stamping first. So let me ink this up. And I am using Misty Moonlight on this. Okay. And I hope I got to the edge there. Let me press this down. Now, I will tell you, this canvas is not, it's not smooth. I'm pressing it down as much as I can, y'all. It is not smooth by any means, okay? So you're going to get you're going to get that effect when you go to stamp it. All right, now I'm going to do the other one down here at the bottom. Same thing, but we're going to fix that. Okay, and let me stand up so I can give it a little bit of pressure. Go. All right. I'm going to close this so I don't get ink on myself. And the other products that I'm going to be using during this demonstration is we have some water. What are these called? Let me look on my supply list. Water painters. These are water painters, and there's a set of 3, and you put water in these tubes and then you squeeze it out. I'm going to be using the big one, but these other ones have to like there's a finer, man, there's something's going on out there. Anyway, you see the tip of those brushes on that one, and then this one is more pointy. But I'm also going to be using our blender pens as well. So I haven't used those in a long time. And so what we're going to do is y'all are going to see this darken up, and then it'll lighten up as it dries. But I am literally just going to blend. I'm just going to follow. Oh, y'all hear Sammy? I don't know why she's inside. It must be too hot, is my guess. So it's not going to be like completely perfect when you go to blend, but basically the water is blending with the ink on here. So I'm just going to kind of follow it. If you're worried about it, this being too thick of a brush, you can certainly use the other ones. Okay, so just kind of follow it. And then once we're done with this one, we're going to let this dry and then work on the bottom one. And then we can do some other stuff as this is setting. And if you need it to dry a lot quicker than that, now you don't have to like be completely perfect with it, because I think the randomness, it just kind of helps add to the image, you know. And this is going to get covered up for the most part. This is going to get covered up with that die cut. So it doesn't have to be completely perfect. These are handmade. So I invite you to try this. I mean, these little canvas are cheap enough, you know, hey, 3 for $1 at your dollar store. They're cheap enough to where if you mess up, it's okay. You can use one as, you know, as like a sample to like test on. And trust me, I have a few. I have a few that could stand to be chunked right now, but I still have a few spots left where I can test something out on them. There we go. All right, I think that'll work. And as far as cleaning this off, just, you know, do this on some scratch paper somewhere until it is no longer coming off with any ink. It may or may not stain the tip, and that one's actually pretty clean, but that's all you have to do. The same thing with our blender pens. That's all you have to do with our blender pens. And then just put the cap back on. Now on these, when you go to put water in them, they actually open backwards. So I'm screwing this counterclockwise as opposed to counterclockwise. And then you put some water in there. And then when you screw them back on to tighten it, you're tightening it counterclockwise. It's backwards. I don't know. It's just backwards. All right, so we're going to do a little bit more stamping, but this next one we're going to do is we're going to stamp this smaller little 3 floral image here. We're going to stamp that in Lost Lagoon. And let's stamp that. And this is where the blender pens are going to come in. So I want to stamp one over here, and I'm going to keep it down for just a little bit. And same thing, you get that same effect where it's not a really clear image, but we're going to fix that. And then let's stamp one over here. And then we're going to stamp another one down in this corner. Okay. If you wanted, you could also stamp another one, you know. Let's stamp a big one over here. So we're not going to do, that way it kind of balances out. All right, so we have that. And we're also going to stamp in Lost Lagoon. I took 2 splotches. Artistically Inked has these little dots as part of their stamp set, but on layering leaves, it has like this splotch stamp, and I'm going to be using that one, but I'm going to also stamp off. So I'm just going to be random about it. Y'all know how I like to splotch stuff from time to time. And then we'll come back with the, let's put one right here for funsies. I think we need a smaller one right there. There we go. And then the dot one, we're going to be using Pebbled Path. We're going to use Pebbled Path on that one. Okay. And we're going to kind of be random with that as well. These smaller stamps seem to be a lot easier than the larger ones, but you can see how the larger ones, as they're drying, it's lightening up and also drying at the same time. And I think that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. We're getting there, you guys. If you needed that to dry faster, you could use our heating tool to dry it up. Also, if you wanted to stamp another image to the left of that, because we do have this image. So if you wanted to stamp that image to kind of correspond to this one, so if you put that one behind that one, like that, you got a little color behind that. There's a way to do that. And I know I've done this, but it's been a long, long time since I've done it. But what you do is you basically take that same image, and I just stamp this on a really thin sheet of like some note paper. And then what you'll do is you'll put this, there we go. You'll want to cut it out as close to the edge as possible, and then put it down. And then when you go to stamp this other image, you can overlap it. And then what comes out on here is just the image, so it doesn't overlap the 2 images. I hope that makes sense. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done that, but you can get away with doing that. But I'm not doing it on this one. I'm just not doing it on this one. So now what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and do the blender pens for the small images. So these come in a set of 3. And they both have little paint tips on both ends. And what we're going to do is we're just going to blend. We're just going to blend the color so it takes away your blender pens. We typically use those with our watercoloring pencils. because it really does give that watercolor effect. And I will tell you that I have had the original. Some of y'all may recognize these once I show them, but I've had the original blender pens when I first started with Stampin' Up. Like before I was even a demonstrator, I had blender pens is one of the first things I bought because I had watercolor pencils and I wanted it to look like it was like watercoloring. I still have those. I just didn't use them because these are what the current ones look like. So I wanted to show you guys what the current ones look like as well. Okay, so that just helped blend. And same thing, you just go like that on some scrap paper until it goes clear. But here's the old ones. Y'all remember the old ones have the blue packaging? That's what they used to look like before that they rebranded their packaging. But these are still equally as juicy. I just didn't use them. All right. So that's that. And now you can see it's kind of blended in those holes a little bit just because this canvas is it's not smooth. You know, it has those little ridges in it. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put these on. But I'm going to put these on with glue. And I'm going to be careful not to glue down. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's put these on. Let's put these on. We're going to attach these with glue dots, and I am going to basically fluff up my, as if it was going to be on a card so that it helps with a little bit of dimension. And we're going to put a glue dot down on the bottom. And this one's going to go back behind here. That way we can see a little bit of that Night of Navy. Oops, let me fix that. That Night of Navy back behind those. And then the smaller one, same thing. Put a glue dot on there. The smaller one's going to go over here on this side. Now, if you wanted it to be a lighter color, it could definitely be a lighter color. I would probably have used, if I hadn't used Night of Navy, I probably would have used like Balmy Blue, just so that you could see a little bit of the color variation. Now, I'm going to take my all-purpose glue. The thought to use our adhesive, the adhesive sheets, you know, the ones I always forget. That could have been an option, but I wouldn't have, everything would have been flat, and I didn't want that. I wanted this to be able to be popped up, but yet still have enough glue on the back to stick to the canvas. Okay, so we're going to just put that down like that. It's not going to be like completely perfect. So let me press that down. And I'm probably getting glue on my hands, but it will dry clear. And that's just enough to keep it down. And then same thing with this other one. While that's drying, we can do this one. And I am not looking at the comments, so if you're commenting, I don't see anything just yet. Put that on. And then this last one. I can look up at comments here in a moment. Okay, and then this way. Okay. Now let's put some glue on the back of this. I was trying to be random with the glue here. That way it still sticks. Okay. And let's flip this over. and put that on. Now you know, oops, now you know how I was trying to gauge it to where I needed to stamp these larger images. And I purposely left the center not stamped so that that white can kind of come through the center of that die cut. But if you wanted some color on that, if you were doing this, I would actually suggest, oh my goodness, like a pop of, wild wheat would probably look really pretty on that, or even crushed curry. No. Oh my goodness. Even this is a new one. Lemon lolly would probably look pretty in the center if you wanted to put that down. I would just warn you though that if you stamp that center one and you go to do the blending, your blue and your yellow would probably like mix, you know, because it is an ink, you know, so any water or moisture to it's gonna blend. Now what I'm doing with these is I'm just kind of curling them up so that they curl up a little bit. And then the same thing, you can do the same thing with, show you here. Sometimes I know what I look at is not the same as what you guys are looking at, but I'm just taking this and pinching it with my thumb to curl up. You have to be careful with these dies because they are delicate and you can rip them, not realizing you're ripping them. But that just gives it a little, I'm trying to show it to y'all. That just give it to where it curls up a little bit up off your page. And it was that way. Okay. All right, now let's dress it up. Let's dress it up. We're going to dress it up with these. Actually, they're called red and green adhesive back pearls, but on the supply list, they're actually listed as festive pearls. And these are carried over from the last mini catalog. So you don't see them in the current annual catalog, but they are available to order as long as you have the product number. So I did list that in, I did list it in the supply list. Now, as far as accessories, you have the option of using either the gold ones or the silver ones, or even these, I want to say they're soft succulent, even though we don't have soft succulent anymore. So you have 3 different options. Of course, we have other, embellishments as well. If you wanted to use rhinestones or sequins or something, but I was going to put some in the center. And, I'm just wondering, because on my sample, I used the little silver ones here, but I wonder what it would look like if I used the gold ones. Let's do that. Let's do that. So we're going to put those in the center. If you're worried about them sticking, like sticking for a long, long time, they're small enough to where you can get away with using, rolling up a glue dot and putting it underneath the center of that so that, it's going to stick for a while. But I think those little glue dots will be fine on this canvas. I didn't do it on the small ones, but since I have so many of these, we'll go ahead and do it on the sample. We'll put it on the middle of the small ones. I didn't do it on my sample one. Oh, I got one more over here. The random one that I did right there. Go. And then also I wanted to put some little brass butterflies on there as well. So we're going to put a few of these little babies on there. Put some big ones. Put a big one. Just be random about it. We'll put a big one up here. And then we'll put another big one kind of down here. I can get it's off my take your pick tool there. There we go. And then we'll put a couple of small ones on. Put a small one kind of right there. And then we'll do another one. We'll put another one right there. And then the last, what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of bows with this Lost Lagoon bordered ribbon. So make a couple of bows. I want them to be small. These make really good bows. Pull the little tails there. Oh, that was my thumb that just popped. Did y'all hear that? My thumb. So let's trim that. If you want your edges to be the same, what you can do is once you have your ribbon, you can fold it over. So if you want them to be the same and at the same angle, you can just fold that piece of ribbon over and then cut it, and then you have both your cuts at the same time, and they're both the same. All right, so this one we're going to put this bow kind of going that way. And then our second bow. What do y'all think so far? I'm not looking at comments, but I'm going to check them here in a moment. Is this something that you guys think that you can do? Would you do it? It's easier than you think. Just requires just a little creativity, and that's what I'm here for. I love being able to show you all the different things that you can do with your Stampin' Up! Products. That's what my Sundays are for. We're either doing, if we're not doing card kits, we're doing, let me trim this one a little bit. We're unboxing stuff. We're casing the catalog. We're making some gifts, gift packaging. We're doing something. I think I got everything that I needed to put on there. Yeah, I think I did. All right. So there you have it. Let me catch up on some comments. That is it, you guys. Look, I've done in under an hour. Yeah, Cindy, that is called masking. Yes. Thank you, Melinda. Hello, Joanne. Thank you, Stella. Melinda says that is one of my most favorite stamps. So beautiful. Yes. I have a feeling, you guys, this is probably the last time we're going to see it in the annual catalog. So if you like this stamp set and you don't have it, of course, it's not sold as a bundle anymore, but you can get the dies separate from the, you have to purchase them separate from the stamp set. They are available, and they're in the supply list listed separately. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, there's a glare on there. Thank you, Marcia. For some reason, I was going backwards. Thank you, Marcia, Joanne, Cindy, Corin. Shannon said it's about 6 years old. Yeah. Thank you, Lorianne. So, but yes, this is the final, and whoa, that wasn't supposed to happen. How in the world did I almost bring that down? I know there's a glare. Let me see if I can take this off. I don't know if that helped or made it a little bit darker, but oh, now you get the glare to the other ones. But this is what it would look like in this grayish tone shadow box, but it would also look nice in a white one. Maybe even a brown one. You know what I mean? The thing with the canvas is the original backing to this shadow box is padded. Okay, it's padded, And of course, it has the back on it to where you can hang it, you know, vertical or horizontal. This is too much for this. So if you don't use this, you're going to have maybe even like a piece of our cardstock that we get from like our designer series paper, to put another buffer to hold that in place, because there's a little bit of a gap. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of a gap. I just put that in there to give you an idea of what it would look like once it's in a shadow box. But I'm digging how the gray is looking, even with all of these colors of blue. Then you have Night and Navy, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, and Pebbled Path, as well as some brushed butterflies. That brushed metallic paper, which that's one of our online exclusives right now, but the item number is on the attached supply list. So, but I invite y'all to go try this. Like I said, these you can get 3 for $1 at your dollar store. So buy a pack to play with, and then once you have, of course, you know, you may need your pens. Oh, there's one thing I didn't do. I almost forgot, you guys. And I'm trying to think. I think I used Pebbled Path. But what I did is I daubed around the edge. So if you want to give it a little bit of a shadow, you can use our sponge daubers and do some daubing, do some shadowing around your edge. Of course, depending on how much ink and how hard you press will depend on kind of what your edge looks like. I'm trying not to put too much. Just gives it a little extra shadow. That's what I forgot. You can do a little, you can do a lot. You can bring it in a little bit more, or you can just do the edges. You can always go around it one time, and then if you need to go back around it to fill in some spots that might look like it needs a little bit more, like I said, just remember to be gentle with it, because you can, I'm barely daubing on here. Let's go back around it a second time. Give it that little bit of shadow. Of course, I'm just using Pebbled Path. You can use another color. And by the way, this is going to be this is going to be the prize for next week. So make sure, if you enjoyed today's demonstration, maybe you learned something new about what you can do with your Stampin' Up! Product, you can hit that like button, comment, that'll get you into the drawing. Of course, when you share my videos, doesn't matter if it's on Facebook or YouTube, but you share my videos, make sure you come back into the comments section and type shared, and that actually gets you into onto the wheel a second time. So you get an extra entry onto the wheel, but you also get entered into the special drawing for the July share prize, which the July share prize is a copy of the Layering Leaves stamp set, which is the stamp set that we're using for the class kit in the mail. So anyway, I forgot the daubing. There's your daubing. Let me hold that up so it doesn't give you a glare. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed today's demonstration. Cindy, I got the frame at Michael's. This actually was a leftover frame that I had from my April retreat, because there was a shadow box make and take. And so I got them Of course, anytime I go to Michael's, I always use a coupon. I use a coupon and I bought them bulk because I needed so many of them. So that's where I got them, and you can get them in other colors and other sizes as well. This one just happened to fit this 5x7 canvas that I bought. Thank you, Oma. Brooke, hello, Brooke. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to say I know I've used it in the past for a class kit. It is very, very pretty. It's very, very pretty. And I know I've used it for scrapbooking pages before. Shannon says that's on her list to try. Thank you for sharing, Pat. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, y'all go try it. Go try it, y'all. All right. So we are almost at our hour, and I want to thank all of y'all for joining me this Sunday afternoon. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you were inspired to go try this for yourself. And this is a cheap gift, you know, between a $4 frame and a 33-cent canvas, and a little bit of ink, some embellishments, and a couple of pieces of ribbon. You can make a really, really pretty gift. And we have so many stamp sets that have so many different sentiments that if you wanted to put a sentiment on there, there's plenty of room to stamp something. And there's plenty of room to where if you needed to turn it sideways, you know, landscape, you can do that as well. Even if you wanted to stamp a sentiment and put it on top, you can do that as well. So you have a little bit of both worlds when it comes to stamping on your canvas, or using a die cut of some kind and just kind of putting it someplace on here, maybe down the middle. I don't know. You can be creative. So if you do decide to try this, I want to see. You can post pictures. I think on Facebook, you can post on the community tab if you want, and you can just tag me so that everybody else can see it as well. But I want to see what y'all do with this if y'all decide to try it. So thank you, Leslie. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Beverly. There's Beverly. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Stella. She's late. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, go back and watch the replay if you came in late. Other than that, y'all have a great Sunday afternoon wherever you are. Make sure to check on your elderly neighbors and their fur babies. Make sure they're staying cool and they're hydrated, especially through these warmer months here in Texas. It's the perfect weather to be inside crafting, right? So anyway, y'all have a great day wherever you are. And if you're into scrapbooking, I invite you to come back Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for the second page of layout number 55. And so other than that, if I don't see you Wednesday, then I will see you next Sunday afternoon. And next Sunday afternoon, what we'll be doing is the class kit for the second half of the month. So that'll be what'll be the class kit for the second half of the month that you can earn for free with your online order of $35 or more. But other than that, y'all have a great day. Bye, y'all.